arrow just whizzed by.
Oh shit, that guy's big. Wait, is that full ruby silver?
Yeah. In the cape. I'm on him too. I gotta back up. I'm getting fucked.
He killed me. He has full ruby silver?
Oh, fuck me! I thought they were in there! Fuck me, I thought they were in there, dude.
Full ruby silver, dude.
That was crazy.
Oh my god.
I'm trying to find him on the spectate.
That man has full ruby silver. That's crazy. Oh yeah, bud.
Get him, get him, get him.
I'm getting him. Got one.
Oh, I just got smoked by that warlock.
Got him. Get stick bugged.
This guy's running for it. It's a whole ass
Whole
other
other
team.
team. You going back to healing? You're too far from me.
Okay, getting close.
Do that again.
Oh, there's a fucking ranger right on me.
Yeah, that's the guy I was talking about.
Okay.
They're fighting over there too? The warlock's fighting the barbarian?
I'm getting hit in the back.
Oh, come on.
Oh.
Come on.
You're behind the pillar, I can't get you.
Okay. Careful, Robbie.
Oh, I died. Fucker.
I'm doing the cleric stuff.
I blocked him.
I'm trying. One more heal's coming up.
Okay. Got.
I'm getting fucked.
I'm coming. Oh, I'm gonna die.
Run.
Okay, I'm
Nothing
running.
left.
Thank you.
That's all I got.
This way.
I'm dead. I'm so fucked.
Come on, man.
Fucked. I can't. Mama.
I'm sorry.
Mama.
I'm sorry. I'm so sorry.
Oh, the arrow.
There's another guy.
You got this, you got this, you got this, you got this.
I healed the shit out of you.
You did. Oh, there's a spike there. Full team.
Yep. Back up. Oh. If you need to, I can tap in.
Why is he not dead?
Back up if
Got
you need
him. Need to back up.
to. Oh,
Don't get hit by that.
I'm stabbing him. Oh, got a guy stabbing me.
Need help, Rossi?
Oh, you did a backflip. Oh, he's still there. I'm dead.
Ah. No. There's too many.
Even though we're less than a week into early access for Dark and Darker, there are already a lot of teams in full rare and epic gear rolling through the trio dungeons, slaughtering everyone in their path. So if you're struggling to survive your runs, you might want to try juicing up a little bit in the Goblin caves first. If you're new to Dark and Darker, you're going to be at a bit of a disadvantage because there are ravenous fans like myself with several hundred hours in the game, and we've been chomping at the bit to get back in the dungeon for months now. My goal here is to help you go from struggling to survive a single run to having the knowledge to not only survive but also profit, so you can start stacking up your coffers to play with your friends. So what I've done here is I've recorded 7 average runs in the normal Goblin caves to show you how I survive and share some tips along the way to help you turn a profit when you're just starting out in Dark and Darker. I'm going to start with some really general tips that are going to be helpful to new players no matter what class you're playing, and I'll get into more specific Barbarian stuff later on. First and foremost, you should be using all the means at your disposal to keep your health topped off at all times. You never know when you're going to run into another player, and your chances of winning are going to be much higher at full HP. If you're out of heals and low on HP like I am here, you should be avoiding fights if possible. But it's not always an option to avoid a fight, and your opponents are likely going to be dealing with the same HP struggles that you are. If you know you're entering a fight to the death, use all the skills at your disposal, and aim for the head. Being able to quickly and efficiently loot your kill is going to be essential to your survival. You're most vulnerable while you're looting because your focus is on the menu and not your surroundings. I recommend scanning your mouse over their gear to check for upgrades, then grabbing all the heals and treasure that you can carry. You can quick loot items to your bag by right-clicking, and you can quick drop items by shift right-clicking. My next advice to you is to play aggressively and seek out fights while you're topped off on HP. By far the biggest source of treasure and heals in the dungeon is other players, and eliminating your competition increases your chances of getting one of the few blue exit portals. Fighting AI without taking damage is an essential part of your survival. The trick is to bait out an attack by getting close, then use the A or D keys on your keyboard to strafe out of the attack range. You can also sidestep most attacks, so get in the habit of learning the attack patterns of each monster. You can avoid all damage from these sword and shield goblins by circling them clockwise. In order to make a profit from each of your runs, you need to be looting every crate, barrel, pot, and chest that you come across. Avoid picking up common gear that isn't for your class because it takes up too much room and doesn't sell for much. Instead, focus on finding upgrades for your class and pick up all treasure that you find, even the gray stuff. Treasure can be sold to the collector after each run, and that's where most of your profits are going to come from. I struggled a bit to find a blue portal in this one, so my advice is to stay in the circle and listen for blue portals early. You'll be able to hear them appear as long as you're nearby. Also, the Goblin Caves has a lot of verticality and multiple floors, so you may need to explore each level in order to find a blue portal. In this next clip, the point I want to make is that you can do everything right and still fail sometimes. I'm going to let this one speak for itself. With no blue portal in sight, I decided that my only option was to venture into the Dark Swarm to get to the level above me, and hope that I could find a blue portal up there. In a terrible twist of irony, a blue portal had appeared right where I was waiting earlier. If I had just stayed, I could have survived. Here's an extremely useful trick that can help you cheese tougher enemies. You can sheath your weapon and crouch jump onto most objects, which lets you avoid most of their attacks. You may still take a little damage depending on the enemy, but you'll be able to take down enemies that would normally kill you. Every class in the game has access to some type of ranged attack. For example, fighters can use crossbows, rogues can use hand crossbows, and barbarians can use Francesca axes. You should always bring a ranged weapon if you have one, in order to help level the playing field against your opponents. Sometimes all it takes is one well-placed ranged attack to slow down your opponent and get close enough for the killing blow. Another tip is to use your weapon's alternate attack. Left-click uses your weapon's standard attack moveset, but almost all two-handed weapons have an alternate action with right-click. For example, the Bardiche blocks. Use the alternate attack to mix up your moveset and confuse your opponents. You'll want to learn the map and use it to your advantage. This will help you whether you're running away from a dangerous enemy, or if you're trying to chase down and corner a loot pinata like this guy. Okay, he wasn't much of a loot pinata, but he could have been. You probably noticed in the intro of the video I was playing a fighter, but I switched to Barbarian for the Goblin caves. My team needs a frontliner and I was going to play fighter, but I'm not a fan of the sword and shield gameplay, so I switched to Barb. I recorded these clips while I was leveling my Barb to 15 so that we could start running High Roller together. Anyway, for the rest of the video I want to go over some Barb specific tips and tricks, starting with which perks and skills I use. This build is focused on maximizing the Barbarian's strength, which is their high HP pool. We take Crush for quickly looting chests and opening doors, Robust to increase our max HP pool, Morale Boost to regain HP on killing a player, and Carnage to give us a max HP and damage boost on any kill, including AI. The skills we take are Warcry to temporarily boost our max HP even further, and Achilles Strike, which can be applied to ranged or melee attacks to help us catch opponents. The starter weapon the game gives you when you die is complete dog shit. This goes for any class, but especially the Barbarian. So you should spend the gold that you earn from your first successful run on a few gray weapons from the weaponsmith. For the Barbarian, the Felling Axe, Bardiche, and Quarterstaff are all solid choices. As you get more gold, it's good to run dual axes in one weapon slot, and one of the weapons I mentioned before in your second weapon slot. Dual axes are great against other players, but you'll still want a larger weapon for breaking down chests and doors with the Crush perk. Here's another piece of general advice for you. If you want to try out your weapon in the pregame lobby, use one of the training dummies. Using another player as a training dummy is a great way to make an enemy before the game even starts. I recognized this guy from the lobby, and I had made up my mind to track him down once we got in the dungeon. So when he needed mercy most, it was already much too late. Make a note of this spot on the map because there's a guaranteed extract here that opens up towards the end of the match. It only allows one player to extract, so make sure you get there first. If you made it to the end of the video, not only are you a real one, but now you're ready to conquer the Goblin Caves, possibly with your Barbarian. This is just one last exciting match I recorded before I move on to High Roller Goblin Caves and playing with my team again. In conclusion, I just want to say that if you're struggling to survive in Dark and Darker, hit up the Goblin Caves and get that gold flowing into your stash. I hope this video was entertaining, and I hope that it helps you get your feet under you so that you can enjoy Dark and Darker as much as I do. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you in the dungeons.